contra o outro.
Generally, most of the time, I'm really building open scores to invite the performer to do another performance and to do another show every night. But this is not true because what really interests me is l'écart, when you do that. It's
the openness.
The
openness.
The openness of the interpretation. And to play with the openness of the interpretation is really, I think, my goal, in fact. So sometimes I really close in detail the score, very, very, very.
But in the movement, I think I can understand, but in the feeling, in the energy, in the presence.
Yeah, it's always different, of course. But it's the same with everything. Yes. Yeah, in dance it's always the same. When you interpret something, you're never the same. And it was always for me amazing, like this openness. And this is the color only for the brain. So where it is? Yeah, it's far away. Like that. Yeah. Okay, and here. And this is this kind of a score that I can send to the dancer, so they can read it in real time and dance it. So they read it. And, yeah.
They are reading it while they dance?
Yeah, they're reading it while they dance.
While they dance.
Yeah. To create things as the, for example, Tibetan yoga propose, or as the musical, also the musical composition is proposing also. Like, you have really this meta-language of music, international, that is a tool to create a choreography. And but it was stronger, that experience with the Tibetan yoga, because this symbolic level is also a language for the body, directly. And it's a language for the body in terms of movement, class of movement, direction in the space, orientation in the space, etc. Very formal movement, but it's because they use a lot of geometrical figure and they draw a lot of things inside the body, like spiral, triangles, etc. And also, it works inside the body in terms of energy. So it was an experiment and a proof that a meta-language, in a way, this symbolic system for me, is useful to dialogue and to propose an experience with to a person with the body. So the thing is that I first went to the dance, in a way, and to the field of dance to be like a person, not to be only like a brain doing something, but to be a person also with a body. But during my study of dance, what was really hard for me is to be only like a body, in a way. And for certain notion, just to be a brain, if I want to learn anatomical element of dance or things like that. But the link in between both was, for me, not there, because the creativity of dance still don't really have a tool to create, like a symbolic tool to create a meta-language, a written meta-language. So, well, it was my feeling at that point. But then I went back of course, to the dance history, and, well, I'm going to say exactly the opposite. Of course, there is a lot of tools, but so many. And there is a lot of notation for dance. But, in fact, when you try to understand what they have tried to do, at least for Laban, it's not only a notation. It's a notation today, but for him, I think it was really a tool to create also choreography. So for him, it was I think the goal was to create a language, to create something. So to project things, to invent, to create a choreography prior to movement, and not to notate something that does exist already. So I have done some research with a very good teacher in France, which is Jacqueline Chalet-Haas, and she's a student of Albrecht Knust. And Albrecht Knust has developed the notation, the cinematography Laban as a notation. But she said to me that first, so that Laban at first he used this tool to create the choreography for example, for the game, just before the war, because he was dealing with so many people that he couldn't have rehearsal first, so he needed this tool to imagine, to invent, to create the choreography. So I went back to the root of this language in a way, and it appeared to me that a lot of things was kind of very old right now in this language, because like each form, for example, for a direction and a level is completely fixed, and all the language, it's not an open language where you can process. It's possible to process inside it, but the formal drawing is really closed in a way. So what happened to me is that I have worked a lot with also scientists in IRCAM, and the way, for example, Laban was shaping the space was not sufficient for the scientists, because it was in 8 or 24, and it's not. It's really difficult then to have only mental images that goes with that kind of shaping the space, because it's really occidental. And right now, I don't feel really, not anymore really occidental as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what I am, culturally speaking, because I'm in a way, I allow myself to shape the space the way I want, and to imagine creature, not only human creature dancing, but if I'm dancing something, I can be something else than a human dancing. Well, in my feeling, like a creator, for example. So to shape the space with this very traditional way of having a front and something behind and something on the side was really something I completely changed. And in my own writing now, I allow forms that can, for example, for this, the last one you see, all the space around the dancer is based on 7. So it's all the sphere is divided in 7 on the horizontal plan and the vertical plan. Yeah. So, because my feeling, it was because of a novel of Joyce Carol Oates, and this is the story is the end of the life of a woman that has been thrown in a lake, in a piece of water. It was from a real, she wrote a novel from a real history. And she was thrown because of politic reason inside a lake, inside her car. And the whole novel is about how she can get on the vertical, get on the upper part of the car to breathe and to still have a little bit of oxygen. And so it's, and I have imagined this creator not being really a human because she's also underwater, like a little bit like a star in the sea, but not with 5. For me it was with more, even with the air. So 7 was for me the perfect star under the sea. I don't know why. So I have mentally visualizing this star with 7 branches, and it's how I shape then the space around her and vertically also. And also the space of each direction of her arms and legs. Only the eyes, and then write only the breath, and then write only the focus inside the body, and then so also for that reason I had to develop a different way of shaping a score than Laban did, because in Laban, also because it was the 20th century, for him it was always the moment after was deductible from the moment before. Yes. So right now, of course, because we are not in the same period of time, and I think it's not really the same. We are not thinking like that anymore. So of course, I'm not shaping the time like that, but it's like layers. So I'm dancing also in my score. In different kind of layers. These circles, but they're getting more and more, they are smaller and smaller. When you are in that state, the elasticity of time is big. So I like to play with that. So to give duration, of course, it's possible for me, but really to kind of, as I said, to kind of create events, it's connection to the time, it's difficult. That depends. This is not true. That depends. But generally, most of the time, I'm really building open scores to invite the performer to do another performance and to do another show every night. But this is not true, because what really interests me is l'écart, when you do that. It's
the openness?
The
openness? Or?
The openness of the interpretation. And to play with the openness of the interpretation is really, I think, my goal, in fact. So sometimes I really close in detail the score, very, very, very.
But in the movement, I think I can understand. But in the feeling, in the energy, in the presence.
Yeah, it's always different, of course. But it's the same with everything. Yes. Yeah, in dance it's always the same. When you interpret something, you're never the same. And it was always for me amazing, like this openness of interpretation. Yes, it's something that really, yeah. Then it's Laban. So
the program that is the software LOL, that is your.
it was the software I have shown you at the beginning, developed by Frédéric Voisin. Yes.
But it's changed, the appearance have changed now, or is...
Now I don't use it anymore because Maximum Speed is really powerful. So yes, new dancer coming. It's generally because it's based on dance. So for the dancer, it's obvious. So you need 3 days to understand and to read. Then to read in your body, you need 3 weeks.